Police cars in the Speed Champions theme is not a thing. However, I'm going to make that happen. In this video, I'm going to transform this Lamborghini Countach into a highway patrol car. A while back, I modded the R35 GTR into this highway patrol car. I was just having fun with it, and like for the most part how it turned out with all of the added lights, the functioning doors, the police signage, the searchlight in the front, and some extra details on the inside such as a flashlight and a radar gun. However, I'm going to try to do better than that with the Countach. My plans on approaching this mod are such. I would like to make this car mostly black in color and leave the sides and the top white. Because of course I can't change this canopy. It's going to remain white, though it's a bit dull in opacity. Anyway, there's going to be some complications, such as do I have all of these elements in black for the back, the front, fenders. The second complication is that all of the stickers that are on there are done with white backs. So I'll have to see how it looks either without stickers or with those stickers applied to black elements. I may even take a stab at adding functioning doors to the Countach. Hey, look what just rolled up. It's the Land Rover Defender. Yeah, there's the black fenders we need. Sorry, Defender. I know you've seen better days. I've just robbed your window panels for my custom display cases. By the way, if you're interested in these, check out my channel and become a member to get the full tutorial on how to build these yourself. Don't freak out. I'm not going to mod my original Countach. I've got an extra set. This will be my new highway patrol car. If I can't get the scissor doors to operate correctly or to look proper, then I'm going to do some modifications to the side skirt. See in the picture how the car should look? It's not how it is on the Lego model. So maybe we can get that changed up as well. So I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is the sticker sheet is actually clear backed, which means I can put them on black elements and they should be fine. Although the black colors on the stickers may not show up well, we'll have to play that by ear. The bad news is, how come nobody told me I was missing a sticker on this car? It's been in so many videos. I'm missing this one with the emblem. Oh man! Got the sticker added to the original Countach. But why does the sticker have to be so large compared to the small emblem? Clearback stickers are good in one way, for the fact that you could put it on any color of plastic. But you always get that same kind of ugly result where you see the adhesive through it. It doesn't matter even if you don't put your finger on it, have no fingerprints, no lint or hair stuck to it, you're always going to have that look. Well, I'll probably leave it off, that sticker off the highway patrol unit, because I don't want to have to open up another spare car. The driver that you saw earlier is not the original driver of the Countach. This is him. I robbed the original driver's head for my own sig fig. We'll just put this guy back with the original car and give this guy the highway patrol unit. As a side note, if you're modding these older cars with newer elements that weren't available when these cars were designed, there is a newer element that will cover up that half a stud. I get why they used that tile with a cut to get the shaping of the window. However, there is a piece that they make now, this one right here. I replaced the 1x2 tile with the new element and a 1x1 tile and that hides that stud, and it looks so clean. Look at that. And you would do the similar thing over on the other side with the mirrored part. For now, let's put that back in its original state. Here's what I've come up with so far for the highway patrol car. I found all of the pieces I needed for the color swap, all the black elements for the front and back. I did leave off some stickers off the front because I thought it would detract from the model rather than benefit it, because clear back stickers on black elements don't really look good. But I kept the stickers below the transparent pieces so you could see the orange turn signals through those elements like the original. Here's what I mean. You could see the adhesive through that clear back sticker, but I thought those were necessary details that I include those stickers back on the piece. What I'm going to do next is a color swap of the wing. Instead of white, I'm going to try black and then add suggested lighting. Yeah, I think I like the look of the black wing a bit better on the police car. I've also got the added lights, and I think they look really great. I utilized a couple extra available studs on the front diffuser and attached 1x2 tiles to them to get those lights wedged in there, tucked in nice and neat. Yeah, I think that looks good. In the back, I added some lights as well, swapped out one of the tail lights with a blue cone, and I'm liking how things are looking back here as well. In an effort to eliminate all of the exposed studs, I added some jumper plates and antennas to the top, though I've got some mixed feelings about it. I think it looks pretty good, but I'm just not settled with it. Maybe it's a little bit too much height to the car. These antennas, they're a bit tall, but that is what I used on my GTR mod. But I like to think that my modding is more advanced, has developed more so than when I modded the GTR a year ago. So let's try something a little bit different. This could represent a more modern antenna, one without the big rod. I think it looks okay, but in the end, I'll probably just leave those studs exposed for now, just to have that low profile to the roof. I just said I was going to try to eliminate all of the studs, not make new ones. Well, if I do the scissor doors, I'm gonna have some exposed studs using these pieces. Okay, these are the pieces I normally use for my scissor doors. However, I can't open the door. So I'm going to need to create more sloped surface over here and probably do some modification to the original design to create a gap so the door can open properly. And at least the car has this inlet right here. So maybe I can do some mods and make it look natural, make that gap look natural. We'll see. I used a slope and inverted slope, and if I can translate that shaping back into the black elements, that would look realistic, like the original car. And if I can make the scissor doors, it'd make it all that much better. But if I can't get that function to work, at least I can do some better shaping with this inlet. Now to change these pieces, I've got to take a lot of stuff off. You see what I mean? I'm running into a lot of complications when it comes to the swinging of the door. I already had to remove a plate on the bottom to even get it to swing this much, and I'm still hitting this tile that will need to go back on. So I can do one of two things. I can completely redesign this maybe do some sideways building techniques and get that slope in a vertical position instead of here where that slope is hitting. But I will compromise the final look of the car. It won't look like this. It won't have that inlet where it should be, and it might create other gaps that won't look good and exposed studs. So the other option is to just make the best door I can and not have the function. I think I came up with something that I like for the inlet feature on the side. The original is a little bit too small and not like the real life car. So here's what I came up with. I think the shaping looks more like the real thing. In order to make this happen, I had to run a black tile all the way across to connect all of this stuff, because that's the only connection point for all of that. But I think it looks good. Now, the bottom molding right here, where it should be a continuation into the fenders and blend in smoothly there, here's what I came up with. And I'm pretty satisfied with how this is. I used some panel pieces to have that molding feature. I think everything looks pretty good here. I even got the officer suited up. However, I forgot something. The mirrors. Let's see if I can get those added and still have this sleek look. Like I said earlier, all of these white pieces are held into place by this single tile. However, I'm going to need to utilize this stud for the mirror. So I was thinking maybe I could change up this 1x6 tile, make it a 1x8, and that could be my connection point for all of these white plates and slopes. That way I can free up a stud for the mirror. That's what I came up with for the mirrors. His helmet was a bit too tall for the canopy to close properly, so I put this hairpiece on him, and it closes perfectly, even better than the original Speed Champions helmet. Well, that does it for these mods. Now just sit back and relax while I show you some video footage of some side-by-side comparisons. I was looking for that 1x3 panel in white. I found it and I replaced the black ones. Actually, I found two off of Luke's X-Wing fighter. Well, that does it for this mod video. Thanks for watching.